Hello, James and Lauren.
Hi,
Hi.
Lilo.
I'm so happy to have you today. Thank you for accepting this interview.
Oh, thank you for having us.
Totally, the pleasure is ours.
You did write quite a special book, your toBe list, that
There
I
it is.
find very interesting because we always talk about this to do list, and we have this huge list of things to do. But you're saying that we have to combine a toBe list to our to-do list. Why is that?
Well, we really do live our lives so much by what we need to do. We wake up in the morning, and the first thing that we do is look at our to-do list. And sometimes we just, we get heart palpitations in the morning because we wear so many hats. Wear so many things to so many people, so many expectations. And we forget that what we're here on earth is not to do, but to be. And there are so many beautiful states of being available to us all day, every day. And if we look at our to-do list in different light, and we see each of these to-dos as an opportunity to practice at what we want to be, then all of our to-dos sort of glow with this light of deep meaning. So we don't have to get through all of our to-dos to get to the meaningful part of our lives. We just practice it being while we're doing, and then all of our lives have this richness to them.
Because some people talk about just being and then allowing things to come in, but we are human beings, and there's some things and responsibilities that we have. There's some things that we have to do. So it's not just going with this beautiful flow, but it's bringing that to the list.
Yeah, as you say, we all have things that we have to do. We have to take out the trash. We have to answer the emails, the whole long list. Call the cell phone provider and negotiate the bill. So you're going to be doing those things anyway. And the question is, what do you want to practice being while you're doing those things? Do you want to practice being frustrated and irritated, which is, sometimes what we
Yeah.
sometimes what we do?
Yeah.
Or do you want to practice being patient, perhaps even kind? What about being loving? Do you want to be loving to the person on the other end of the cell phone customer service? It's kind of a funny question, but you're going to practice being something.
Yeah.
And so the question that we ask in the book is, what do you want to be? What do you want to practice?
Because these states of being that we refer to, be free, be happy, be relaxed, be balanced, these aren't just emotions. These are actually spiritual practices. All of these things that we want to be, they're spiritual practices. And the reason they're practices is that we do have to practice at them. There's no mastering happiness. There's no mastering patience. There's no mastering love even. Love is a practice. Patience is a practice. Freedom is a practice. And so we can look at these mundane details of our lives and say, hey, this is a great opportunity to practice. We're parents. We have about 4 beautiful, wonderful children. And, children, any parent will tell you, they really do try our patience sometimes. But rather than, if your patience being tried, well, this is the opportunity to step and say, well, I'm going to practice being patient in this moment, and I'm going to be the parent that I always intended to be, and I don't have to wait. I can do it right now.
So how does this work? You choose in the morning a few toBes?
Yeah, you can choose throughout the day, but I think it's most powerful if you do it at the same time that you're making up your daily to-do list. Just think, so, I know that I need to answer these emails. How do I want to be while I'm answering them? We've had some friends who have read the book and said that they pick a couple of toBes that they want to practice for a couple days on end. We had a friend that said the entire time she was traveling, she decided to try and be, I think it was loving
and friendly.
Mm-hmm. And it transformed her travels. And that was really wonderful to hear. So you can keep your list on a piece of paper. You can keep it in your head. You can write it down in your planner. That's what I do. And wherever makes sense to help remind you of those things that you want to be.
And it adds that touch of magic to everything that we do.
Right, and it transfers the magic too. And, our friend who conveyed this experience that she had, that her decision to be friendly and loving as she went through her trip, she said, it transformed it because everyone I met, every restaurant I went into, every meeting I went into, I made friends. And I think it didn't just transform my experience, it transformed their day. And that's the thing about aligning with these toBe energies. It's not just transformative for us, it becomes transformative to everyone whose lives we touch. It has a way of sort of blossoming, and blossoming very quickly and in ways that we can get automatic feedback for. So if I'm checking out my groceries and I decide, rather than thinking, oh, why won't this person in front of me move? I am in such a huge hurry and I've got to get here and I've only got 20 minutes. I think, all right, I'm going to be patient and I'm going to be compassionate and I'm going to see this person in front of me as a person just like me. And I can strike up a conversation with them and make them feel, sometimes, when that happens, a person in front of us thinks, they'll turn around and say, like, really, I'm so sorry. And I'll say, you know what? It's okay. This has happened to me too. And, you've got no worries with me. And you can just see like this sense of like, deep relief overcoming that person because they've just experienced compassion and patience and they didn't expect that. It's surprising for people. So it can transform everyone's day.
So were you inspired by Gandhi? Be the change that you want to see in the world?
Who isn't inspired by Gandhi,
Yeah.
right? But yes, absolutely.
Mm-hmm. We don't just wait for it to happen. It's funny about these states of being, like love and happiness, relaxation. Sometimes we just wait for these things to come over us. And we even use that terminology. We'll say, I was overcome with happiness, or I was overcome with love. But we don't have to wait for these things to happen. We can actually manifest them in the world. We can be the producer of them. We can help these things overcome other people so that they feel like, oh, I was standing in line in the grocery store and I was just overcome with happiness because I chose to manifest happiness in that moment. And so, yeah, by being the change, we really do affect change, and we don't have to wait for a huge global opportunity. These things happen one small to-do, one small decision at a time.
In the book, Lauren talks about Mother Teresa and how, we think of her as a lofty being, but really she was just putting one foot in front of the other and making one compassionate, loving choice after another, over and over. Some of her acts were quite big and some of them were very small, but they all add up. And that's one of the things that we're continually learning, is that all of the little moments matter. Every single little action matters. Mm-hmm. And so in the book we have a bunch of exercises that help you practice, all those little things. And sometimes you practice them in your mind first. It helps with the manifestation process. So you practice them in your mind first, and then when you have the opportunity in the real world, you've had some practice, at least in your thoughts. Mm-hmm. So all the little things add up.
Yeah. Thank you for this inspiration, and also thank you for putting out those wonderful videos, Lauren, on YouTube.
Oh,
Very
thank you.
Inspiring. It shows your dedication to help people be even more of themselves and be even more free to be who they want to be and who they can be on this planet. So thank you for that.
Oh, absolutely. I really want people to see that the person that they want to be is who they are already. Who I want to be is not a distant goal. It's a fact. You already are loving. You already are compassionate. You already are strong. You already are courageous. And if we look at our life as all of these fantastic opportunities to touch that deeply happy, loving, courageous energy within us, then it grows even more. But you already are that. Don't look at your life as, gosh, I wish I could be different. You don't have to be different. You already are everything you intend to be. Yeah.
Thank you for this opportunity for being with us and for your inspiration.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you,
And
Lulu.
Lulu, thank you for your inspiration. We love your videos. We love you. Thank you for putting that fantastic energy out into the world.
Thanks. So for you guys that want to hear more about this great book, you can read your toBe list. Thank you.
Thank
Thanks,
you,
Lulu.
Lulu. Have a great day.